Alright, so I was originally gonna eat at the park, but I guess I forgot that it was Friday, and I guess people do stuff on Friday, so it was packed. There was like kids and um, playing soccer and stuff like that, and yeah, just a whole bunch of shenanigans, and yeah, it was kind of loud and also windy too. So yeah, it was actually getting kind of dark. But you know what? I mean, not dark, but I mean, it is. It's getting cloudy. That's what I was trying to say. But you know what? I was thinking, you know what? Fuck it. I'll record here, and I'm gonna check how this footage goes, and then we'll continue on. So, be back. I think originally I was gonna like not put this in the video, like me putting the. I think that's the whole thing about mukbang. That's like you're supposed to, you know, it's like you're eating with someone. So yeah, yeah. This is my first mukbang video. You guys are gonna see how I eat. So yeah. So fries, you know, that's probably not gonna get caught in the video. I mean, like now. And can't forget the chicken nuggies and the 1 cent burger. Bam. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, the straw was in the bag. The whole reason why I put the soda things, they didn't give me a straw. I was like, screw it, I'm gonna be on the train, so I'm gonna put this back. And also, I had protein powder for breakfast, like water, and it like settled down. So I was like, I wonder, and it's vanilla flavor. So I was wondering, like, I wonder if it's gonna taste like a Coke float kind of thing. So it's probably not a good idea to be shaking soda. But nothing happened. Kind of tastes like a float, a Coke Zero vanilla float. I don't care what anyone says. Coke Zero tastes just like regular Coca-Cola to me. Like, I will never drink unless like there's really like, I know people say like 0-calorie sodas are like bad for you, like they might give you cancer and stuff. I mean, what doesn't at this point? So yeah, I'm probably never gonna go back to regular Coke or just, I mean, regular soda in general. But yeah, with Coke Zero, if it's here to stay, yeah, all the way. I'm never drinking like regular Coca-Cola unless like for like an event or something. Like, I'm never gonna go out of my way if I want soda to drink regular soda ever again. It's kind of rare too when I drink soda. I usually just drink like water or like 0-calorie like sweeteners and stuff, but mostly just water. And the closest thing to like a sweet drink is the protein, like mixing protein powder with water. Shit, I forgot to pray. Yeah, I always had like, I was raised Christian, like specifically Mormon, but I left when I was 18, and so I've always had my thoughts about the Mormon Church. But the more I've grown older, I guess it's like I do see myself as Christian, but I'm also aware that I'm as Christian as I would be any other religion if I was raised into that instead. So take that as you will. But yeah. Kind of feels like a therapy session almost, like, but I'm talking into a camera that has about 40 minutes of footage. I don't know how long this video is gonna take. But I guess that's the whole thing with mukbangs, because I know, like, I don't know if Nikocado Avocado is a good example, but I mean his videos are like fucking like an hour or some shit. I'm not gonna lie though, he's a good storyteller. Like he's like the, I forgot what his name was called, like the big kid with the lightsaber. It was like on iDubbbz, the documentary. But yeah, like that's a talent, like being able to just talk consistently, and then but at the same time it's like you realize like they're just literally not talking about anything, or that it's like a simple thing like just going to the store and they make it like such like an elaborate like story. That's a talent right there. Do I have that talent? I don't really think so. Honestly, like a big reason why like I think like I'm attracted to like, you know, making more footage and stuff like that. Not only because I want to be famous, but I want to be more comfortable talking and stuff, because I feel like I don't really give myself the opportunity to socially interact with people like casually. Double stack. Oh yeah, double stack. That's what I got for the biggie bag. Not. I guess I'm not gonna do it for this mukbang, but usually when it's like double patties, I usually like when I'm like by myself, I usually like just split it in two and kind of like eat them like separate burgers. Usually when it's like a double cheeseburger, but I'm not gonna do that for this video. Unless, let's go. Yeah, I'm gonna do it. This is how I usually eat, right? Is that what mukbangs are like? It's like you just, you know, you eat like you eat, you know. So, you know, I'm gonna act like, you know, I'm by myself, and because I am, even though someone's gonna probably be watching this video, and they're gonna be watching me eating. And I kind of hope that you're eating too, you know. So it's like we're both having a meal together. Isn't that what like a mukbang originally was, for like lonely people to feel like they're eating a meal with someone? So what are you eating today? Really? That's a very interesting meal. Nah, your choice in food is trash, bro. No, I'm joking. But yeah, I think it's better with the McDonald's double cheeseburgers. This tactic, because it's like they're both usually doused in cheese, like each patty. This one, the other one is. This one not as much. I have the onions, but yeah, and then the onions are like diced, not. Yeah, each burger has this niche. I like Wendy's though. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like burgers from Wendy's taste very similar to Shake Shack. I know I'm gonna get flack for that if a Shake Shack enthusiast watches this and hears this. But yeah, I don't know. Not gonna lie, I've only went like 2 or 3 times. Maybe I should go back. I feel like it's overpriced and overhyped. But I am a fan of Five Guys. I feel like those burgers, like those are the type of burgers like I I don't need to add anything to it. Maybe it's because it's super greasy, but I feel like, yeah, that should say something. When a burger doesn't need any condiments or anything, like when it's just the meat and the cheese. I'm a cheese person, so it's always gonna have cheese, unless it's a meal that specifically, isn't meant to have cheese. It's gonna have cheese. So yeah, cheese, like beef and bread on its own, and that's it. That is an accomplishment, and that's Five Guys. But it is getting very yeah, yeah. That's how people from Shake Shack act when I try to explain why Shake Shack isn't as good as Five Guys. Well, if you didn't know now, I live in the ghetto. I live in the PJs. So occasionally I hear stuff like that. Not as bad as other projects. Some projects they blasting music 24/7. No one does anything about it. Here sometimes, especially in the summer, but luckily that's not a problem for me. But I definitely feel bad for people who live like on the first floor and stuff like that. Like, damn. Yeah. It's always something I think about. Quality of life issues here in New York City. Like even stuff like that, like just loud music playing, like at 2 a.m. on a Tuesday night. Like I don't think you're even supposed to call the police anymore. It's supposed to be like 311, but like what do they do? But even then, I mean 311 operators, I mean, like respect to you, but it's like, yeah, because they're like the front line of dealing with people's shit. And 911 operators, oh my goodness. It's always stuff like that. Like it's like I do my best to like sympathize with people who work in like those fields, like just dealing with like people, like just in general, like customer service or stuff like that, like dealing with people's shit, man. But then at the same time, it's like when you kind of look at like the bureaucracy behind it, it's like what the fuck, man? Like fuck the system. But then it's like when you look deep in it, it's like it's all like there is no big elaborate thing. It's just people. But people are the ones that made the system. So I guess that's what's overwhelming about life, for me at least. It's all just trial and error. And it's kind of like, I don't know. No one really ever told me exactly why. It's kind of just like, you just gotta do it. You're born, you go to school. If you're lucky, fortunate enough to live like in a country like this, like the US, you go to school. Hopefully you weren't born into a messed up family that does stuff to you or doesn't give you the resources that in general people see that you deserve, like water and food, assuming that you do get stuff like that. Go to school, get educated, and do a job, make money, maybe have a family, maybe not. Find something that accomplishes you, or live in regret if you don't, and then die. And then we don't even know what happens after. Like, we really don't. Whether that's good or bad, I don't know. Sometimes I feel like maybe it's like being like Mr. Meeseeks, almost like from Rick and Morty. Because like for me, it's like when people say like, "Yo, imagine living to like 1,000 years old and stuff personally, me, hell no. I do not want to live that long. And then like, imagine like the body is able to is that long. You know, it's kind of like a computer or stuff like that. It's like, bro, like you gotta update after a certain amount of time. Like, imagine like just being the same software or something for like, and the norm was like you live up to like what 80 something or something, and all of a sudden you're pushing it with like I don't know with a new drug or something up to like 1,000, bro. You're gonna be feral and like no, we're not built to live that long. Not like a mosquito or something, or like one of those like little bugs. A lifetime for them is like, you know, a couple months or a year for us. This was the cheesy part I was talking about. Damn, I'm already running out of fries. Damn, I was eating pretty fast. Some of that's talking. But not, enough about me. How was your day? Damn. That's crazy. Alright, yeah. Yeah. So anyways, so I really hope I didn't cut whoever was assuming that someone's actually talking to. I mean, if you are and you were saying something pretty like emotional or something like that, and I cut you off. No seriousness, I am sorry. But yeah. No, but yeah, legit, I am sorry. I just I finished drinking my soda, so I wanted to go back to talking because this is what this video is about. I feel like there's no winning how that situation went. Exactly. Got 2 chicken nuggets, 1 burger, 1 full burger left, and then this concoction. That's great. Use this barbecue sauce and pour it on the burger thing. Burger taco. It's not a taco. I feel like I just insulted tacos. But well, if you've been wondering why the hiatus, like such a long gap, one, just laziness. To be frank, I actually was working on several videos, but I just never got to like finalizing them. Like one of them was I actually did a 5K. I did it. I didn't record any of the running, but just like the aftermath of a fake training day and all that. And yeah, maybe yeah, I'll publish it even though it's pretty late. It was like in August, but yeah, I'll put it up. I've also been studying for the LSAT, planning on taking it in October so I can hopefully go to law school next year. But between you and me, my scores aren't really looking that great. So I'm really, yeah, and with my whole like transcript and the whole pandemic and all that, I don't know. I feel like it's a long shot, but we'll see how it goes. I have been consistent with the gym. I think during up to graduation. Oh, and I graduated from college. I'm not sure if I mentioned that, if there was a video prior. I don't think there is, but I graduated. Your boy's a college graduate. Your boy got a bachelor's. I got a bachelor's degree. Yeah. You know, I'm kind of a big deal now. First generation college graduate. But I feel like I crawled. I just like. I don't really feel like I earned it. That's maybe why I want to go to law school. I feel like if I go to law school and complete it and get my JD, pass the bar, that will be an accomplishment. Even though sometimes I have doubts, I feel like the drive that I had is fading. I'm 26, I'm turning 27 next year. There's just a lot on my mind. Maybe it's the quarter life crisis hitting me. It's still hitting me. I do have a couple projects. I'm also like, well, not now as much because I'm starting for the LSAT, even though like, you know, I'm kind of like demoralized, to be frank. But sometimes I just think it's the depression. Speaking about that, I'm still in Wellbutrin, 300 mgs. When it comes to vaping, I'll be honest, I went back the week leading up to my college graduation because I was just like getting ready, you know, getting like my suit and all that, and I was running errands and all that, and yeah, and then I couldn't go to the gym, and I realized now that if I don't go to the gym, I don't have an outlet. So I guess it's something all pent up in me, and it's like, fuck yeah, fuck yeah, I need a smoke. I need something to get the stress out. And then what's funny is that the Wellbutrin was like, no, no, no. So I'm here like, and then my throat is like, what the fuck is this? And then so I'm like coughing, like, cause it's just fucking hurting my lungs. But I'm like, I just need an outlet. I need to calm down. And then eventually, I guess the nicotine really started hitting me. But that was like a day after my graduation, and I don't know, something in me just was like, I can go back to the gym. But then I was feeling like I was at a point where I was like, if I continue this elf bar, I'm gonna get back on it. And I remember I like looked at it, and then I looked at a picture of my grandmother, and then I looked at it, and then I looked at my grandmother again, and then I was like, and then next thing I know, like the elf bar like banged on the compactor, and I threw that shit away. I haven't smoked since. Yeah. Just gonna double check real quick that this is still recording, and I'm just talking to like a okay. Yeah. Oh yeah. And then even though I'm eating Wendy's and stuff like that, I weigh 190 pounds, so I kind of kicked the plateau off. Been adding. I got the MyFitnessPal app, and I've been finally like, I like stopped denying like, oh, you know, it's how you feel. Like I started legit measuring my food and all that, and yeah, I lost like 5 pounds in about like 3 weeks. Yeah, probably gonna gain it back. Oh yeah, and then with the whole thing with my ankle, it was inflammation. And then what made it even worse is like after I left from Wendy's, my ankle like started hurting like a lot less. So yeah, so I'll probably be going back to the gym. I mean, I'm definitely going back to the gym because Like even today, like my emotions were all over the place. Today I had my second to last LSAT prep class in person, and then I was just like, we were doing logic games, and I felt like crying and like throwing my binder at the wall, like at the same time. Like it's just, that's the thing with Wellbutrin. Like people will say like, oh, it's like a happy pill. No, it's more like a inspiration pill. Like it's like it could lead to happiness, but no, it's like it gives you drive. But at the same time, it's like that's what makes people like that or Wellbutrin like irritable, like less patient with people. It's like because you want to get shit done, and it's like you have less patience for like for dealing with like people's mistakes and even your own mistakes. Like sometimes I even get mad at myself. That's why I like the gym, because it's like I'm just taking out my frustrations on the weights and just letting it all out. And now I'm just harboring it because of my ankle, which is inflamed. Thank God. The 1 cent burger. Junior bacon cheeseburger. San Gennaro video is gonna be its own video. Yeah. This will be a mukbang video. No bukkake. I'm sorry I said that word. I still have oh yeah. And I kind of I remember I was trying to do push-ups, and I learned that like pretty much like it's normal to not to be able to do a crazy amount of push-ups, even if you could like do a crazy amount of like like bench presses and stuff. Apparently weightlifting doesn't really complement calisthenics, but calisthenics does complement weightlifting. But I guess it's a bit of my ego that's like I'm not paying $40 a month to go to a facility to do push-ups when I could do push-ups at home. And it's like, man, you don't do no fucking push-ups at home. So I've been adding that, and then also it's like for me it takes a while at the gym. Like when people ask me like, oh, how long you stay at the gym for, and I say like, oh, like 2 hours. I'm like, damn, you must be dedicated, bro. It's like, nah, it's just I just take a long time to finish my workout. Like I don't know, like I don't know how people like when they say like, oh yeah, I'm at the gym for like an hour. I don't know how you do it. Like probably like just less breaks, but then people say like, oh, you gotta take longer breaks. Like you gotta be like, you gotta like take a break for like 45 seconds or a minute. But it's like if you do that, that adds up, and you're not gonna finish in an hour. Especially if you want if you want add cardio at the end, which I do. So I don't know. Like I said before, us humans, man, trial and error. But yeah, I did not see any bacon. They put one little strip, and they hid it behind all this motherfucking mayo. Yeah, I guess that's what you get for 1 cent. Not bad. But yeah. This probably gonna sound corny, because people always say this all the time, like, but if you guys have any suggestions for what videos I should make, let me know. Especially like, I know how much of a blessing it could be living in New York City, and I realize like how much I take it for granted. I mean, I know it's fucking expensive and shit, And there's a lot to complain about. But just like there's a million reasons to look at something negatively, there's also a million reasons you can make positive about something. I was trying to think of something wiser to say, but I guess, yeah, that's pretty much what I'm trying to say. But at the same time, to be honest, I am not comfortable behind the camera, and even more recording in public by myself, which, you know, I kind of want to break that fear. But yeah, it's like, oh, you know, people judging me and all that, but I remember I heard this phrase. I forgot how it is verbatim, but it's pretty much like those who judge are usually not like in a better position than those who they're judging. Like you know, like all the people that are always judging, like people in sports or politicians and stuff like that. A lot of times they're not even doing, like, the person they're talking shit about is still doing way better. Like, for example, like Jeff Bezos, Elon Musk, Elon Musty. Like, yeah, I can insult them all they want. What do they care? They're fucking rich. Sending rockets and shit. You know, people are hating on them all the time. They're doing whatever the hell they want. People still hate. So fuck it. I'm hating on them. They're still doing good. And well, there's still that barbecue sauce. This, well, I was just gonna say final bite, but I think I could make 2 bites out of this. Well, listen, should I eat the M&Ms for dessert? I am getting kind of full, and I feel like I don't want to force myself to. But at the same time, I haven't had M&Ms in a while. Those are peanut M&Ms. Yeah. I feel bad for people that have nut allergies. I love peanuts. I love nuts. Pause. I think, yeah, my mom told me that when she was pregnant with me, like, I would, like, as a fetus or whatever, like, I was like crazy. She was like constantly forcing herself to eat peanut butter because that's how much I liked peanut butter. And like to this day, like, she hates peanut butter. And then me, like, I love peanut butter. Like, I remember, like, when I was like in middle school, we would go hiking in the summer, and so we would pack like peanut butter jelly sandwiches. And I remember for me, it was like I would, like, when it was my, like, when I had to pack sandwiches, I was like, I made sure that my sandwiches were just straight up peanut butter. And I remember too, like, people would be like, "Who the hell? Yo, someone messed up the sandwiches. This one is just straight up peanut butter." I'm like, "Nope, that was mine. That was mine." Just like that, I convinced myself to. Maybe I won't finish the pack. Who am I lying to? I'm gonna finish this shit. Maybe I won't, but usually, yeah. Yeah. 7:09. it kind of defeats the purpose of going, because if San Gennaro has all this food and stuff, and I just had all this Wendy's. I'll go tomorrow. But yeah, crisis averted. My ankle is fine. It was just inflamed. I just have to take like ibuprofen for the next week. It should be fine. Yeah. Well, thank you for watching me eat. I hope you enjoyed your meal if you were eating with me, and I hope it was a delicious meal. I'm sure it was. Thank you for spending time with me, and I'll see you on the next one. I will continue eating these M&Ms. Yeah. Oh. 2 more and that's it. And then half an hour later, I'm just gonna finish the rest. Yeah. And sincerely, thank you for being with me here today on this Friday night. Your boy gets no matches on Tinder, so that's what I'm doing today on a Friday night. But yeah, I'll see you guys on the next one. Take care, be safe, and I would say I love you, but we just met. Well, maybe we haven't, but love is a strong word. Let's just say we really like each other. You might not even like me at all. But yeah, I'll see you guys.